All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are around the world. Welcome back to our another episode of our live stream session. Now, of course, let us introduce ourselves first. I'm the host for today. I'm Alvin, along with my partner.
Hi, I'm Alvin here. Together with Chester here, we're gonna be hosting a new episode to this week, which will talk about a different health condition, which we will introduce very shortly. Thank you again for joining us tonight.
Yes, of course. Now, I'm sure that we have a lot of new viewer coming in as well. So for those people who are not sure what is the purpose of our live stream session is, our live stream session is more about inspiring a story and testimony, giving information and knowledge to everyone, and of course, letting everyone to have the chance to make a life different after hearing about the story.
Yes, exactly. So everybody listening in, just a quick question before we start. All right. Have you ever felt that you have this a deep nagging pain from the lower back that extends down your leg that just won't go away? All right. Now imagine if you're somebody living with that pain every single day for 6 years. Okay. That's exactly what Dr. Marie Bernadette went through. All right. So even though she's a doctor herself, well, finding relief wasn't that easy. And today, we're very happy that she's able to, willing to share what she actually went through. And trust me, this session will not be something that you want to miss, especially for people who are dealing with sciatica pain. Right? If you yourself are dealing with sciatica pain, or if you know somebody who's actually dealing with it, okay, this session is really very beneficial for you. Look no further, all right? Share today's live stream for the people around you. Remember to tag their name, all right? And let them know today we're going to teach you how you actually is able to manage with sciatica pain. Today we're going to talk about different solutions, different insights, and you're definitely going to hear a lot of tips coming from us and as well as coming from Dr. Mary Burnett.
Yes, of course. And of course, as usual, feel free to leave a comment at our Facebook live chat and along with our YouTube live chat as well. Well, once, by the way, you're at there, make sure to subscribe in our YouTube channel. And of course, if you are in our Facebook live chat, make sure to like and follow so you can have the latest information of our latest live stream update or any of our company update.
Great, great, exactly.
Now,
So don't
back
forget to
to
give us
back
a
to our
lot of
topic,
likes.
Alvin.
Yes.
Sorry about that. Sorry to disturb. Back to our main topic because just now I carry away for a while. Now you talk about sciatica pain. So I am sure for some viewers out there, they are not familiar what is sciatica pain. Could you kindly explain what is sciatica pain and what is the cause of it?
All right, sure, Chester. All right, now let me just put something up very quickly over here. All right, to let everybody understand more in detail what is it about. Okay, now this is today we're gonna talk about sciatica pain. Now, sciatica pain probably you're not so familiar or probably you don't really know what it is. Now, sciatica pain means there can be a pain or weakness or numbness or tingling in the leg. All right, it is caused by an injury to or actually a pressure on the sciatic nerve. Now, where is this sciatic nerve? Look at the diagram in this video in this shot over here. All right, you can see the sciatic nerve actually starts from the lower back near the gluteal region and it extends all the way down the whole foot. All right, and if you have a sciatica pain, the areas that's highlighted in red will be actually having pain. So this can be caused by a lot of different reasons. For example, if you have herniated disc, all right, you probably have the cushioned disc in your spine actually starts to bulge or they may start to rupture and pressing on the sciatic nerve that goes along down your leg. So that might be a cause of sciatica pain. Another cause could be spinal stenosis, which is actually the narrowing of this spinal canal in your spine cord, and this could actually compress the nerve as well. Another cause could be piriformis syndrome, where the piriformis muscle in the gluteal region compresses the sciatic nerve, causing a lot of pain. And other reasons include probably due to injuries, poor culture, sedentary lifestyle, and other factors, for example, spinal misalignment or bone spurs. Now, these are the common causes. So, probably I hope the audience online are able to understand more what is exactly is sciatica pain. So these are the causes, and that's how it actually looks like. But if you're still wondering, it, and if you're still wondering, is the pain that you're actually experiencing, is it still considered sciatica pain? Now let's look at very common symptoms to actually understand more in detail. All right. First of all, when I say like sciatica pain starts from the lower back, all right, but it's not just a lower back pain. Some people may misunderstand a lower back pain. Could it be sciatica pain? Or sciatica pain is not just at the pain at the lower back, but it actually has a sharp shooting pain down the leg. So that one is a very telltale sign of a sciatica pain. And also, probably people with sciatica pain may have some difficulty in walking or bending, and they may have pain when they try to lift up their legs. They have a muscle weakness in their feet, and probably also have a loss of sensation or numbness or tingling from the gluteal region to the feet. And if for even serious condition, they might start to feel pain, which gets worse when they're sitting, coughing, sneezing, or even performing certain movements. And usually it affects only just one side of the body. So if you think you have these common symptoms, or if you think like these are the symptoms that's happening to somebody that you know of, then you could probably ask them to check whether it's actually related to the sciatic nerve that's actually causing all this pain, instead of diagnosing it as like probably back pain or even like a muscle pain. So it could be actually sciatica pain. So if you know people who are actually having these symptoms, all right, share this video to them and let them know how. Today we're going to cover the topics about how we can actually manage this condition, and we're going to actually hear from somebody who's actually went through all this trouble and managed to found relief.
Wow, what a clear explanation about sciatica pain. Now, Alvin, I'm sure the viewers out there are also wondering, what are the treatment or medication and how can they manage this kind of condition?
Right. Okay. So probably you're now thinking, now if you have this pain, if you have this problem, what can we do? Now the common treatment or the common management would be involved. Like a lot of people will go for physical therapy. They might doctors might even recommend ice and heat therapy to actually relieve the pain. Some doctors might prescribe medications, for example, pain relief drugs or even muscle relaxants. All right. There could be even light exercise could help with this condition, and even using posture correction tools. That's also very important because when your posture is not correct, it might also press on the sciatic nerve and actually cause the pain to actually extend down your foot. All right. Other possible options include chiropractic massage, acupuncture, or even massage therapy. All these are possible solutions that people can actually do to improve their conditions of that.
Uh, what a very good explanation.
Yep. And also, like we mentioned, because there are so many things that we actually can actually consider, and people online might be thinking now, what are the things that is actually helpful? Or maybe you yourself is having sciatica pain. So why don't we actually listen from somebody who actually went through this journey herself? All right, a person who actually went through sciatica pain, a very sharp shooting pain down her foot, not for a very short while, but she actually endured the pain for 6 years. All right, 6 years. If you want to know how she actually managed this condition and how she actually went through and found relief. Okay, look no further. Today, we're very honored to be inviting our special guest tonight, who will be sharing her very personal journey about how she managed sciatica pain. So let's give a warm welcome to Dr. Mary Bernadette Valeriano, or more fondly known as Dr. Ditas. Welcome, Dr. Ditas.
Come, Dr.
Hello,
Titas.
hello, good evening. Thank you for Prive International for having me here. Thank you, Alvin and Chester. I'll be here to talk about my testimony, my experience with regarding Prive. And firstly, I'd like to make a disclaimer that I'm not here. I'm here on my own voluntary, own volition. I'm not paid to give any description or any uh, promotion for the product. Um, this is purely because I want to share my journey through the pain that I experienced.
Exactly. Thank you, Dr. Ditas, for coming here. All right, Dr. Ditas, just now I mentioned that you've actually experienced sciatica pain for so long. So when did it actually started, or for maybe was it exactly 6 years or even more? Probably you can elaborate on that.
Uh-huh. Um, it was a very sudden onset. That was around 2016 or 2017. I had a I had a dance injury because in my career I have dermatology on one side and I taught ballet and dance on the other side. So I had an injury there, and I had how it started, piriformis syndrome. So it was on the lower part. It's called lower sciatica. And then over the years, it progressed to a full-blown sciatica condition.
All right. So, Dr. Ditas, what are the challenges living with this condition? How does it impact you if you are living with sciatica pain? Probably you can explain this struggle to the viewers who probably don't understand how challenging it is to actually live with this condition.
Yes. In the beginning, pain is tolerable. The pain, as you described a while ago, from the lower back, from the gluteus, the buttocks, going down to the lateral thigh, lateral side of the thigh, and going down to the lateral side of the lower leg and onto the foot. Okay, so over the years, it had a gradual increase in intensity to the point that your sleep, my sleep was disrupted. I could not move very well, and since I was teaching dance, I could not demonstrate, nor can I even uh, go down to correct the students. So to check the legs of the students because there was pain. So I was getting uh, depressed because I could not do the things that I used to do, and the things that the teaching was something I really loved. And one more thing, syempre, if you're a girl, we use high heels. I
Yeah.
could not wear high heels anymore.
Yeah.
That time,
It must be
yes,
very challenging coming from somebody who likes to teach dance and not able to actually fully utilize your skills to actually teach something that you
right.
really love, and you're not able to do some things that you really enjoy. Like for example, you can't wear high heels, and you there are also pain coming through. How often do you get this pain actually?
The pain started only when the onset was it was there for a long time, and then we had to do some rest,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was there very often, sometimes waking you up in the night so that you don't get enough sleep.
All right. Okay. That must be a very challenging, and we do feel sorry hearing that you have to went through that, right?
Yes, of course. I'm sure that you have suffered a lot throughout this 6 year. Now, Dr. Titas, I'm curious. What treatment or medication that you do before knowing Pride? How did you manage with this condition?
Well, I did all the list, the one in your list previously, the one with ice packs, physical therapy, medicines. Okay, there's one challenge with medications. I got allergic and or developed adverse reactions to NSAIDs, uh, painkillers, just like Nubain, ibuprofen, methadone, celecoxib, all, there's another one, tramadol, prednisone. I went through all that. Since that's how it is when you're a doctor, you prescribe medications. And that was also given to me as a form of treatment. But medications do not really help. It's there, the pain stays there, the pain bothers you. I found physical therapy and massage therapy uh, worsened my condition to such a point that I had to use a cane to move about. Then there was also stem cell therapy, but it only helped temporarily also. Then I went to search for pain relief. We did acupuncture, we did chiropractic, but pain was still there. Uh, Acupuncture did more pain relief, but it was also temporary. So, with getting lesser pain relief, more disability, more uh, decrease in my mobility, I suddenly started gaining weight. So it was like a vicious cycle. So there was more pressure on the nerve. So pain started getting worse.
So we do figure that it must be a lot of things that you try. There's so many, like you mentioned, physical therapy that you try. Did it provide any lasting relief, or was it able to give you the long-term improvement that you were hoping for?
No long term, no long term improvement. Uh, it was only temporary. Um, it was I go for it, even if it was very costly, but then
Uh,
only to be disappointed.
uh, I understand that we do feel your pain and your struggle and your frustration after trying so many different types of treatment, like you mentioned, and not being able to find a very long-term improvement. Probably that also made you try to seek for an alternative solution, try to seek for something else out there, and what could be something that will actually help with your condition. And that's
Yes,
probably how you actually got to know Prive and our product iTeraCare.
correct.
So who or how did you actually know about Prive or iTeraCare actually?
Well, um, we got to know about Prive iTeraCare through Mr. Morris Manawis and Mount Florence Manawis, who are our uplines in this project. We had to, Mr. Manawis approached my husband telling him about it. But since that was mid 2022, um, we were still skeptical about it. He was still skeptical because it's like, what's this? Star Trek treatment? Something like that, because it's
Yeah.
a blower form of treatment. I've
Yeah.
never heard of any blower treatment before. But then things started to get worse until March of 2023. We were on a trip down to visit our daughter who studies in Manila. And because it was her birthday, that's why I remember the date very clearly. March 2, 2023. We met with Mr. Morris in Pangasinan, was it Rosales? And he demonstrated the product to me. And it was like, ooh, look at this. It's a blower. It really looks like a blower.
Yeah.
But then when he started blowing, The I also have concurrently um um the what's this? Mm, no, the carpal tunnel syndrome.
Carpal tunnel syndrome that
Yeah,
you also
I
experience,
also
yes.
had that from overworking my hands. Anyway, uh, we started with the hands, and after that, the tingling stopped after 10 minutes, and I said, "Oh, that's something new." And then they
Yep.
started to do my knees and my back,
Yep.
and it afforded me we were still finding if it would be okay. So we met, we left. They lent us the unit to do that evening. So we traveled. Pretty soon after 1 or 2 hours, I started to lose the pain on my back. Before, I could not even tolerate sitting down steadily. I would have to shift constantly to relieve the pain on one side and then the other side, just on and on that way.
Yep.
So that evening, uh, we did the protocol that was prescribed
Yep.
that night, and then I was able to go into deep sleep
Wow.
for in a long, long time. I think 6 years. I could not get into deep sleep. But that night, I went into deep sleep. The next morning, when I woke up, I
Mhm.
went straight to the bathroom because I had to urinate. And then while I was urinating, I said, "Where's the pain?"
Now
And
you're
I
looking
got
for the pain.
right because I went straight. I used to have a routine. I had to roll on my side, get
Yep.
up on my knees, and then push myself forward so I can or hold on to something. But
Yeah.
that morning, I really stood up, went straight, and I was looking for the pain.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
No
So
pain.
I guess that also summarizes that you've seen magnificent results, even amazing results just after one time of using it. So and actually that was also probably very surprising to you. So so I do have a question. I'm sure a lot of people tuning in, they also have the same question. Now, Dr. Ditas, as a doctor by profession, right? I'm sure
Yes.
some people also might have the same suspicions or doubts when they first hear about this product. So, do you have the initial skepticism when you hear about this or when you see it? So, what actually changed your mind? Was it just that one time that you saw, or what other things that actually made you believe in this?
Well, through that remarkable experience I had, it was an overnight thing for me. And that day that I woke up, I was able to do chores. I was able to go about normal life without pain. And that's something remarkable for me because over 6 years, I was in constant pain and I could not sleep. And that day, I was very happy. So it's something I really want people to experience also.
Wow, what amazing sharing. Now, Dr. Titas, I would like to ask, what do you like about the product?
Oh, what do I like about the product? It's very easy to use. It's just like a blower. You wake up, you take a bath, you blow your hair. It's like how it was intended to be, like a home appliance. So when you're tired, you do blowering, and then you will feel relief. It will even give you more energy.
Wow, not only is good for you, it's also convenient, right?
Right.
Well, I would like to ask how long did you use it? How often do you use it actually for a day?
And for the first 2 weeks of treatment, we did it every day. And then we started 3 times a week. And we found out that there's no recurrence of pain. I started having more physical activity. And then we maintained it at 3 times a week or once a week when we have time. When I'm feeling stronger, when I do more exercise, I do it more often.
That's great to know. Probably you are using it more regularly after seeing some improvement, and when you start to incorporate iTeraCare into your daily life or even like regularly, I'm sure that actually help improve your condition. So I think the
Yes.
audience are also very interested to know after using it for some time, probably 1 week or 2 weeks, or after some time, what improvement did you actually experience? Or you can share with us what are the changes that you have, probably in terms of your medication, your lifestyle, what actually improved. Let the viewers know how it actually changed your life.
Well, for one thing, I could use high heels already.
Wow.
It was
You
2 weeks after, or even earlier than 2 weeks. I was able to use high heels when I went to a conference. And then I started uh, walking around with my friends. And was it last year? Last year, I went hiking. So
wow.
the whole day affair, and it's something liberating for me.
Any other improvements that you've seen? Probably the pain, has it gone down from what level and now it has gone to what pain level?
From pain level 9 and 10, now no 0.
Zero. Right.
Sometimes
Wow.
it comes up, never went beyond 5. If it comes
Okay.
up 5, then I do a blower, then it's gone.
All right. That's very amazing results.
Yeah.
Any changes
Also,
to, yeah.
look at my hair.
Ah,
I,
how
I,
did
cur-
it
I
it
yeah.
make any improvements to your hair? Probably you can
Uh,
share it to us as well.
well, I used to have a very white streak here,
Yeah,
and now can you see? There's more black hair showing.
we can
And
see
then
that
and
there are more black
and
hair.
I was always in a frown, so I developed frown lines.
Ah,
And now, without the pain, it's gone, and the frown lines are getting small because I do the blurring also.
so
And I'm
like what
also
you
doing
mentioned.
it, huh?
Yes,
I'm also
sorry.
doing it in my clinic,
Yeah,
the
I'm
patient.
sure a lot of people are also very fascinated by the results. So iTeraca is not just improving the condition that you're experiencing, the discomfort that you have in your body, but also improves your or the beauty side as well, improving the skin
Right.
texture and the hair as well. So that's something very, very important for people to know that our iTeraca is so multifunction. It has a lot of benefits that try to use it all over your body. You will experience it yourself. You will know what we're talking about until you do it yourself. You will see the difference and experience it yourself.
And one thing
I
also,
agree with you.
uh-huh. One thing also I always tell my patients, if you have a condition and you get one, you will not be spending only for yourself. The whole family will be involved because one blower will do it for the whole family.
Yep.
And you will only spend once. It's not every month only for yourself.
Wow. Yes, of course. One device is actually enough for the household's family. Now,
Yes,
I'm sure that all of the viewers out there are wondering, how did Dr. Tita's glow on her body parts, right, Alvin? Maybe we
Yep.
can do a simple explanation about which meridian point to blow or which part to focus on if you are suffering through sciatica pain.
Okay. I'm sure that would also be very knowledgeable for those at home tuning in. You guys can actually listen in and see for yourself where are the points that you can focus on if you are having sciatica pain. Now, again, before I proceed, just remember iTeraCare, the benefits of iTeraCare is actually improve clearing all the blockages that in the body. Now, according to traditional Chinese medicine theory, all right, our body composes of so many different energy pathways, or what we call meridian channels. Now, all these meridian channels are like highways, energy highways that goes around our body, the qi flow. So when there are certain blockages somewhere, that might cause certain pain or certain discomfort around our body. So using iTeraCare actually can help with this condition. All right, there are certain points that I would like to highlight for the viewers out there. All right, if you have sciatica pain or if you know somebody who has sciatica pain, you can actually pay attention to these are the points that you can actually focus on and blow. All right. So the first part, okay, you can actually get your iTeraCare ready, and actually you can focus on 2 points. All right. The first point is actually the GB30, which is 环跳. All right. GB30 is actually at the gluteal region, or more commonly known as the buttocks region. Now, as we all know, just now I mentioned the sciatic nerve started from the lower back, it extends to the buttocks and it actually goes all the way to the feet. So targeting GB30 Huanqiao, this meridian point is actually at the buttocks there, actually helps to relieve some pain or some any discomfort that you are experiencing, especially for people who are having a sciatica pain. Another meridian point that you can focus on is actually BL23, Shen Shu. All right, Shen Shu is actually behind the lower back, at the lower back. Now, as I mentioned, it's the sciatic nerve can start from the lower back, so you can start blowing at the focus blowing at the BL23 Shenshu, which is right there at the diagram, as you can see. All right, don't forget to screenshot this diagram and share it to people you know, or even tag them in this live and let them know where are the places that you can blow. Now, besides these two meridian points, we do have another two different meridian points as well that you can focus on. BL40 Weizhong, which is actually behind the knee. All right, behind the knee is actually it connects to the whole sciatic nerve actually, and this is actually a part where a position where you can actually blow using the iTeraCare BL40 behind the knee, okay, called Weizhong. Another one which I would like to share is actually BL57 Chengshan. All right, Chengshan is actually behind your calf muscles. Okay, it's actually at the back of your calf muscles. All right, that in the middle between your knee and your ankle. That's where a BL57 meridian point you can blow at that area to relieve this discomfort. All right. So these are the points that I would recommend for people who are experiencing this sciatica pain, and because these are the meridian points that you actually stimulate some actually help with blood flow, clearing the blockages on the meridian points. This is all according to traditional Chinese medicine theory. Now, of course, over here, I would also like to remind everybody, all right, if you're tuning in, okay, if you're having pain, if you're having acute pain, all right, try to use the iTeraCare Pro at a cold level, which means if you're experiencing a very sharp pain, all right, at that moment in time, I would recommend if you have the iTeraCare Pro, use the cold setting, which means without any heat. Because when you have a lot of a very sharp acute pain, you might not want to use a heat settings. That might actually be not so good for conditions when you are having inflammation, or when you are having swellings, or you're having some strain at that moment. So try to use the cold setting if you have the iTeraCare Pro. Right? If you don't have, then try to get the iTeraCare Pro and set it at a lower heat. All right. So people might start to ask, now when can we use the heat settings? Now you can use heat settings when you feel your muscles are stiff, or if you feel like the joints are stiff and you want to improve blood flow. These are the times when it is good to actually use the heat settings, because that actually stimulates the blood flow and actually helps loosens up the muscles. So these are the tips that we like to share with the viewers, so you know when is the best time to use the cold setting, when is the best time to use the heat settings. Now, these are coming from the traditional Chinese medicine theory, which is the meridian points. Another thing that I would like to share, because sciatica pain actually starts from the sciatic nerve. It starts from the nerve and the spine. All right. There's something that we would like to also share about, which you can also use iTeraCare based on the dermatomes theory. All right. Now, what are dermatomes? All right. Now, probably people at home, if you're listening in, you might feel very you probably have not heard of dermatomes before, right? What are dermatomes actually? So now think of your body like a map, all right? And your skin is actually representing different zones. And these zones are all connected to a specific nerve comes out from your spine. So if you look at the diagram, you can see different color zones. They all extend from different parts of the spines, and that's actually the whole dermatome area. So actually, for people with sciatica pain, which actually starts from the sciatic nerve, extending from the lower back, extending all the way to the back, there are certain zones or dermatomes that we can actually focus to improve and to relaxes the pain. And these are the places that we would recommend. All right. You can look at the diagram. All right. If your pains are having your pain, which is more at the down the front of your thigh or your front of your knee, if you start to have the pain, you can look at the left side. You can see you can focus blowing at the L4 dermatomes, right? If you can see the diagram, L4 dermatomes, that's actually if you have pain along the front of your thigh or your knee, that's where you can blow the L4. L4 actually starts at the lower back. If you look at the right side diagram, L4 is the spine column. And if the pain sciatic nerve is related to that part, you can start to blow the whole section of L4. All right. If you have pain at the side of your thigh or down all the way to the big toe, all right, and then you can focus in blowing the L5 position of dermatomes. L5 is actually, you can blow the whole side of your thigh at the side, at the outer side of your thigh, down all the way down to the front, to the big toe. These are all L5 dermatomes area you can focus if you're feeling pain around that area. Okay, if you're having a pain that starts from S1, all right, S1 is the red color one, all right? If you feel pain at the back of your leg and extends all the way back to your feet, to your ankle, near your ankles. So you can start to blow the S1 dermatomes, and these are the areas that you can actually blow. These are the areas that's connected to the same nerve that is in the spine. So these are the areas that you can actually focus on, which would be very beneficial because sciatica pain is actually related to the nerve, sciatic nerve that's being compressed or that's having the pain from the nerve cells. And these are the things that we would tips and things that we would actually let people know. If you're having the iTeraCare at home, you can follow the meridian points as well, and you can also follow the dermatomes as well. And you can try and see which one of it will be beneficial for you, and both of them will be also good. All right. And don't forget, if you're using iTeraCare, also don't forget our basic 10-point protocols using the starting from the palms and the soles and the other areas. All right. Also, don't forget to have the 10-point protocol and drink a lot of water. Keep yourself hydrated. Okay. Now, aside from all these points that you can blow, there are also tips that I would like to share with the viewers over here. All right. So there are other tips that I would like to share. For example, in terms of things to eat. For example, maybe you can try to avoid, if you have sciatica pain, try to avoid sugary foods, all right? Try to avoid too much processed foods, and try to limit your caffeine or alcohol, because these are the things that might trigger inflammation. Again, sciatic nerve, if it gets inflamed, it would actually cause a lot of pain coming down to your feet, all right? So try to avoid these things. Now, what should you eat? All right, you try to eat more fruits and vegetables, okay, because it has a high antioxidant. This will help with inflammation. Okay, try to take more omega-3. For example, you can get it from salmon, fish, or maybe some nuts or some seeds. These are the things that actually helps to relieves inflammation. These are all anti-inflammatory properties. Okay, you can also try to incorporate some turmeric or ginger into your diet. Okay, if you're cooking or you are having some supplements, for example, try to incorporate turmeric and ginger, which are very, very strong in anti-inflammatory properties. Okay, there are also other supplements that I will recommend. You can try taking turmeric or curcumin supplements. These are all very good to control inflammation. You can try taking fish oil. Magnesium is very good to help with your nerve health. You can take supplements that contains ALA, alpha lipoic acids. These are the things that actually helps to protect and maintains a healthy nerves cells, and as well as vitamin B. I'm sure a lot of people will know vitamin B is actually very good for your nerve health. Okay, these are the things, supplements that you can actually take. So these are the supplements that you can consider if you are taking it, and then you will know, oh, these are the things that you should look out for and incorporate into your daily life. Now, aside from all this, obviously, in Prive, you can try to use our iTeraCare, which we explained earlier. You can also try and use the iTera BioLite. It's good because it actually stimulates the blood circulation. It actually helps to calm the nerves and release the inflammation as well. So using the iTera BioLite is also good. Or you can try using our graphene energy patch. Now, graphene energy patch is our product which actually helps with relieving pain and relieving inflammation. Okay, this is a very fast-acting relief patch for very good in relieving pain, inflammation. It comes in a box of 10 pieces. Okay, you can avail yourself by getting our Prime Graphene Energy Patch. All right, this is 10 pieces inside and is very fast acting relief to relieve this pain and inflammation. So if you don't have the graphene energy patch at your location or at your region or country, you can ask around and probably ask your country officers and let them know probably you're interested in this product and how you can get yourself or avail on this product as well. Okay, so that covers our products, I mean different dietary recommendations, supplements as well. And there are also certain tips that I would like to share with the viewers over here. Because if you have sciatica pain, it starts with this sciatic nerve being compressed. All right, try to keep yourself moving. Don't stay constant for too long. All right, don't stand for too long. Do not sit for too long. This will actually compress your sciatic nerve and cause some pain to actually start tingling down your feet. All right. And make sure your posture is always sitting upright. You are having a good posture when you're sitting or you're standing. Protect your posture so it doesn't compresses the sciatic nerve coming from your spine. And also, you can also do some stretches and some other exercises that would actually help you relieve some inflammation and relieve some this kind of pain. So talking about exercises, over here, I'm sure Chester, I'm sure we've also prepared some tutorials and guides on how to do certain exercises, certain stretches that will be very beneficial for viewers at home. So if you're thinking, oh, if you don't, you want to try something different, you want to keep yourself moving, but you don't want to keep your muscles too tight, you want to relieve the pain, these are the videos of the exercises and stretches that we can share with you. And Chester, why don't you tell them what are the things that they can do at home, easily do at home?
Yes, so we actually compile some simple exercises, or I should say some simple stretches for everyone that can do it at home. So the stretches that we compile is not only for people who have sciatica pain, everyone at home can actually do it as well to improve your blood circulation and also relieve your muscle pain as well. So first off, we have the knee to chest stretch. So for this one, you can lay on your back, bend your knee in a triangle position, and of course, you take your leg up, take your knee to your chest. You can do it like this. You can do it for 15 to 20 times repeatedly, or you can just hold it for 20 to 30 seconds each side. So for this one, it will relieve your lower back and stiffness nerve tension. So up next, we have the seated spinal twist. Now for this one, you have to sit with your leg extended, bend one of your knee, cross it over the other leg, and use your elbow to hold on it and twist your spinal. And hold this for 20 to 30 seconds, and you can do it for on another side. So this stretches relieve spinal tension and improve your mobility. All right. So up next, we have the cat-cow stretch. Now, this one, you have to crawl down in a crawl position. Make sure your leg and your arm is on a straight position so you won't damage yourself. And you can arch to the front as a cat position and dip down on your back as a cow position. Repeat this 10 to 15 times every day, and this will promote your spinal flexibility and nerve mobility. So lastly, we have the hamstring stretches. So this one require uh, a towel, or if you have a resistant band, you can use it as well. For this example, I am using a resistant band. As you can see, I'm laying down, holding my leg straight up, and use a little bit of my energy to pull down the resistant band. So you can hold it for 20 to 30 seconds per leg. And for this one, it will tighten your hamstring and can benefit relieve pressure in your muscle. And this is the seated version. So for people who don't want to lay down, you can sit properly. Make sure to sit up straight and take one of your leg out and slowly push it forward. And you can do it another side. Same goes, 20 to 30 seconds. Make sure that you don't bend yourself. If not, then of course it's not very benefit for everyone. So make sure to sit properly by doing these stretches. And of course, as Alvin mentioned, avoid sitting for too long. And of course, these are the simple stretches. So the exercise that is not very difficult. And if you have sciatica pain, of course, avoid heavy lifting or twisting. And of course, for those who are trying the stretches, if you have sciatica pain, if you feel very painful, then of course, don't do it too hard. Just slowly improve every day.
Very well said, Chester. Don't, again, like what Chester said, don't push yourself. All right. These are the exercises or stretches that you can easily do at home. All right. And try to follow as much as you can. But if you can't, don't push yourself too much. But these are the simple stretches that actually stretches the leg muscles, the hamstring muscles, and the all these muscles, leg muscles that actually relates to the sciatic nerve. And this actually helps you improve flexibility and actually helps you to relieve all this inflammation that you might be having and some muscle tightness and soreness that you'll be experiencing. Thank you again, Chester, for sharing such a very insightful video for everybody.
You're very welcome. Hope everyone learned something new from this live stream.
Yep. And I'm sure a lot of people will be very happy to hear so many tips that we've actually shared with you on where are the meridian points to blow, where are the dermatomes area that we will be able to use it on, what are the nutritional and dietary recommendations that we can actually advise on, and even some simple stretching exercise and lifestyle changes that you can do to actually improve this condition. So now back to you, Dr. Ditas. All right. before we end the session, we do have some other information that we'd like to share as well. So, Dr. Titas, any parting advice that you would like to give to people who are watching this show and people who may be having the similar condition? Any advice to them?
My advice is there is hope. Uh, do not stay depressed. There is hope with pride.
Wow, that's very well said. And I think that summarizes a lot of things. As somebody who actually went through the struggle, went through the pain for so long, for 6 years, who can't do so many things, many things in life, challenges, and even so much obstacles, as somebody who actually went through all this, Dr. Titas is here to tell you that nothing is impossible. All right, she endured it, she went through it, she overcame it with so many different changes. So as long as you make some changes, you try the things that we recommend, I'm sure it's going to be very beneficial, and you're going to be very, very happy knowing that all this will be very helpful for your condition, especially if you have sciatica pain. Now, all today's topic is about sciatica pain, all right? And all these tips that we are sharing is also related to sciatica pain. But of course, if you the exercises, for example, if you do not even if you're not experiencing sciatica pain, these exercises will also help you to improve your flexibility, improve your joint muscles, and also prevent your muscle loss. All right, as we age, as we grow older, we also need to do some light exercises, stretches that actually improves our flexibility. So thank you again, Dr. Titas, for coming online here to be our sharing to us your journey, your very personal journey, how you actually overcome your struggle, and actually giving some tips and actually letting people know that nothing is impossible, and as long as they believe in it, all right, don't feel bad. You might be experiencing something emotional, you might be experiencing a lot of pain, but Dr. Titas went through it. I'm sure people, viewers online, you will be able to go through it as well.
Yes, actually, we do have people who have hip pain and sciatica as well. And just now, I have shuffled through the comments, and they say, "What is the protocol?" So actually, we have already explained what is the protocol, where to blow on your body area, and of course, we have other additional tips as well. I'm sure that you have following through the whole live stream. Hopefully, you will learn something and improve, of course, relieve the sciatica pain. So of
Okay.
course we have other comments as well. So one from Florence say hi Dr. Titas, amazing testimony. And one from Mon say hi doc, so nice to see your improvement with iTeraCare. My wife is also using through recommendation of Bro Martin. I'm sure that's your husband, right?
Right.
And we have comments from Linda saying amazing improvement. Ronald, oh yeah, this one is an interesting question. Which part to blow for whitehead?
For
Dr.
white
Titas,
hair.
maybe you want to share how do you grow for
For
white
white
hair?
hair,
Yeah,
blower your when you after you shampoo, use it like a ordinary hair blower. That's
yeah,
all.
yeah. I think Dr. Tizas was actually giving a very good answer. Okay. Our iTeraCare, if you have it at home, it blows out terahertz energy and a couple with this quantum energy. All right. This is actually blowing a lot of energy and good energy. So you can use it on your body to relieve some of the discomforts, but you can also use it as a beauty tool. All right. Improving your facial texture, you can also use it to blow dry your hair. So use it as like a blow dryer, hair dryer. And we've also tested this device. Okay, it's radiation free. It doesn't emit any radiation. It's tested safe. It won't cause any harmful effects to the body. So just use it just like you are using a hair dryer. That's the best that we can recommend.
Yes, actually, correct. There's no any rocket science technique to make your hair from white to black. You just straight away use it as a hair dryer, then it will be slowly turn back to the original color. So I also compiled one question which is quite interesting. So this is a comment from Ilan saying, without the heat setting, does terahertz frequency also increase temperature within the cell?
Sorry?
Uh, okay, so without the heat setting,
Mm-hmm.
does terahertz frequency also increase temperature within the cell?
Oh, okay. Without the heat, it will cause the vibration. It will cause slight heating, the heat in within the cells because at the cellular level, at the resonating at the same frequency like terahertz frequency, it will cause slight heat, but it will not be as heated as when you're using the heat function. It will also cause some heat down at the cellular level because it's all vibrating at the terahertz frequency, which is about a few how many millions per second.
Wow, thank you for that. And that's all for the comments. Aside from the question, a lot of people tuning in. We also have people from Nigeria tuning in. Of course, all the people that you know, Dr. Ditas, all the people from Philippines are also tuning in, giving you the support.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sure Dr. Dita, you do have a lot of fans, you do have a lot of supporters, and a lot of people are very happy to see you here to share your journey. And I do believe that your story has actually inspired a lot of people, gave a lot of people hope that they too can actually found relief. They can actually find relief from using the products or even listening to the tips that you've shared and we've all shared tonight. And thank you again, Dr. Titas, for coming here to share about your journey and giving the opportunities actually for other people to learn from you, somebody who actually went through this yourself. Thank you again, Dr. Titas.
Thank you
Yeah,
likewise.
Dr.
Thank you
Ditas.
likewise.
Yeah. And also, as we come to the end of a session, we would also like to thank all our audience for tuning in, whichever country that you're coming in from, all right? Maybe it's in a different time zone, so we're actually very happy and glad that you are able to join us today. And if you have people who like to listen about today's topic about sciatica pain, don't forget to share this live to them and let them know. And please give us a lot of encouragement and give us a likes for this video. All right. And if you do have any other comments and questions, do leave them down at the comment box and we will compile them. And in the future, if you have any conditions, correct comments regarding certain conditions, we'll answer them one by one in the future episode. Again, all right. So if you do have another inspiring testimonial, all right, you can also share with us, and who knows, viewers at home, you could have also the chance to be featured in our live stream episode in the future. And by that, I mean by you can actually join our Share Your Story campaign, which is actually a campaign to collect testimonials from all our beloved Pride members worldwide. So this is a testimonial campaign whereby you will be sharing your experience, your testimonials, whether it's using our products or using our or your success story in private business. Okay, just remember to scan this QR code and let us share with us your story. All right, include some before afters pictures or some medical reports or anything that you can let us know what is your testimonial, what is your story about, and you will get rewarded. All right, lucky winners will actually get some amazing prize products. Okay, if you are sharing some very inspiring story that can help others, okay, you stand a chance to win the grand prize, which is the iTeraCare Pro. All right, and the second prize is the iTeraCare Premium Plus plus the Skylight Energy Watch. And the third prize actually is the Premium Plus. And besides these top three prizes, we also have 17 more Iron Shoe prizes to be given as a reward for people who are we want to listen to different stories worldwide. So let the stories come in and we'll be able to listen to more inspiring stories again in the future. So as we come to the end of the session again, all right, we would like to wish everyone a good night. Thank you again, Dr. Ditas, for coming in. All right.
Thank you.
And over here, we would like to wish everybody a good evening and good night. And we will see you again next episode of our live stream series. All right. Thank you again. Good evening. Bye
Okay.
bye.
Bye-bye.
Medical disclaimers. iTera Classic and iTera Pro are not medical devices. The information provided on our website is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Please consult a medical professional or healthcare provider if you are seeking medical advice, diagnoses, or treatment. Praif International shall not be liable for risks or issues associated with using or acting upon the information on our website. Praif International shall not be liable or responsible for the actions, misrepresentations, or negligence of our members who are independent contractors.